Alrighty, we're back. I had showered, I feel great. I'm gonna dive into this game. No really long introductions into this game or explanations or whatsoever. I think I remember enough to play. I think Lucy doesn't want to go to sleep since we have poor Ciso asking where she is. I'm getting a really good sense that Lucy is just a little headstrong, not wanting to do things. Where did Lucy go? I thought I've seen all the apartment when I was here before, but some parts feel completely new. Lucy definitely hasn't gone to bed just yet, so maybe she's here. Lucy has a blanket draped around her as she sits on the balcony, looking down at the street below. Oh, I thought she went out to search around. By now, the street lamps are on and most people are on their way home. I sit beside her. There's a nice cool breeze in the air. Summer's coming to a close and autumn's about to begin. Have you been here before? To the city, I mean. A few times. Nemo liked to travel a lot and bounce from job to job. Some of them wound us up back here. At one point, I worked under a seamstress in town. I'd get the creases out of her fabric, rearrange her lace, thread the needles, whatever she needed. Did you like it? Work is work. It was an easier job than most, that's for sure. Yeah, this was before the child labor laws, I keep forgetting. Lucy's gaze stays on the horizon. That brooch is eating away at her, isn't it? Mr. Leyland must have told her to stop worrying about it when she asked him, so she must came all the way here for answers. Or worse, she felt she couldn't trust his answer and didn't even ask. To come all the way here again, but seek out Nemo this time. Lucy, do you really hate Nemo? He lied to me. He had told me my parents died. That's not what I asked. Do you hate him? He lied to me, Cecil. When I met him, he said he's looking for a cure to vampirism. That's why he came back here. He's looking for it for you, isn't he? He just wants to sell it once he finds it. No, he doesn't. It's for you. Oh, poor thing. Lucy pulls out her atrocious teddy bear head and holds it close to her. That thing has to be several years old. There's no way Mr. Leyland bought that for her. Why did he lie? Seeing her like this now, it's obvious why. I wish he didn't lie to me. I wrapped my arms around her and pulled her close. It's not just Nemo who lied to her. It's also Leyland, her uncle. And yet she's putting all that anger and frustration on Nemo. Just like yesterday, I crossed the street and approached the jailhouse. Back here again. This is not going to be a regular occurrence for me. I just need another answer. No, that's not it. I can think of one reason why his parents are giving him emeralds. I just want Scott to tell me I've gone mad and it's not something so sinister. Come coming all the way out here again in hopes of hearing someone tell me I'm wrong. Huh, maybe I did rub off on Lucy too much. I'm a little bit conflicted here, because it's one thing about lying to a child, giving them medicine that they probably don't necessarily need for their help or their health. But it's a whole other when you are trying to protect them from vampires. Like, it protected him from the attack in the alleyway, that man in the field, any vampire that tried to touch him. Like, it did work. It did do its job. They weren't entirely wrong. But on the other hand, they shouldn't try to disguise it and use him as some sort of guinea pig. Again? Cheer up. I brought you a luncheon plate. It wasn't exactly easy getting this in, you know. And what's in it for you? Can I bring a former colleague a warm meal and ask him a couple of easy questions while he eats? The guard opens the container to inspect the meal before handing it to him. All right, go for it. It's an easy question, don't worry. I pull out the pill bottle and hand it to the guard to give it to him. What do you make of this? A true scholar, he doesn't blurt out the obvious and instead inspects it carefully first. A vial of emeralds, eh? It could be fashioned into rings, I suppose. I'm not one to understand jewelry, but this looks high grade. What do you think will happen if you swallow one? Swallow one? It could possibly be a cure to vampirism. Gems this high grade aren't easy to come by, that's for sure. What if you're not a vampire? Swallowing gems willy-nilly? What are you getting at, kid? Hear me out. This sounds far-fetched, but just listen. I got this vial from a kid. His parents told him to take him. He's definitely human, unless he somehow has amnesia of getting bitten or something. I wanted your opinion on why they do that. What kind of business are you messing in? It's for my little sister's friend. Now, answer the question. He grunts and settles down in his chair, thinking it over. Well, there are still folks out there who have an ingrained hatred for vampires. Oh, okay. I could see why it's considered bad. Because they're not willing to treat other people with respect despite the differences they have. And they're using that as a precaution. He eyes me before continuing. For some, it's personal. For others, it's a generational family thing. Blazes. I imagine some chaps have some kind of superiority complex over us. I had a lad in my morning class a couple of years ago who wouldn't look me in the eyes. For some reason, I can't meet his gaze right now either. I imagine his parents think along the same lines. To keep themselves, or just the kid, from becoming a vampire. Because vampirism is a choice. It's their way of preventing that option from happening, either by accident or by intention. If Nemo decided when he's an adult to become a vampire, I'm sure his parents would be very livid. But I seriously doubt Caesar would do that. Because he already had this idea of vampires are bad. Until, of course, he learned about Lucy being a vampire. I wonder if he's going to change his mind about vampires because of this. To hate vampires that much? No. It doesn't matter. There's no good reasoning behind poisoning your kid. Would it be poisoning? I don't know the toxicology behind swallowing precious gems. For the most part, I thought it was going to be just expelled like normal, so long it doesn't obstruct. And if it's really that tiny, it shouldn't be that bad. This is future me. I did take a moment to look up the toxicology of gems. There is a risk of being poisoned by gems, mostly be arsenic, ingesting copper. That's really going to be poisonous for people. Usually the reports of ingesting such thing comes from cutting these gemstones and the dust that comes off when you are doing these type of cuttings. Usually if you don't do it as extensively like some others, it's usually minimal, but there's always a risk of when you ingest these type of gem dust, you're going to have some poisoning of some sort, whether it's copper or arsenic or any other toxic heavy metals. Right now, there's no reports about the toxic elements from cutting up emeralds, but that doesn't mean the parents haven't tried to experiment and done things with him before settling on emeralds for whatever the reason that may be. So definitely don't ingest gems, and do your best to mask up when you are cutting gems. So this is future me reporting in, signing out. With Lucy's trust in Leyland wavering, maybe it's best if they don't go home. So is it going to be like an adoption kind of thing? I'm home. Nemo! Huh? What's with you? Calm down, what's wrong? Lucy! Oh no. Did she run off again? No! I looked around. Ambrose must have gone to work already. Mr. Leyland! Leyland? Wait, was Leyland here? I lead Cecil over to a chaise lounge, but he's hesitant to sit down. He clings to my sleeve. I tried to stop him. What did Leyland do? Mr. Leyland, he took Lucy home. I mean, he is her guardian. Unless he files for, guardianship dispute, she can't really stay. She can't be a runaway, There would have to be like a legal dispute for Nemo to get Lucy back from her uncle. And that's going to be tough because the uncle is a blood relative, and as far as we know of, all he did is just lie and convince her to be a vampire, and that's it. We don't know what else is going on. I've got a board meeting to attend to in a half an hour, so I best be on my way. Nemo will be back soon. Don't have us running around campus again, please. Lucy grumbles something and pokes at Teddy. We won't, especially not without the cookies Miss Maribel made. Mr. Ambrose sighs and walks out the door. Lucy slumps back in her chair, unperturbed by her own unladylike slouch. What do we do now? It might be a while. Mr. Ambrose has work to do, so we're all alone again for a couple of hours. And he shouldn't come looking for me again so soon after giving her blessing to Nemo. If we stay here too long, she'll definitely be dragging me home. But the reason we're here... Why didn't you want to ask your uncle about the brooch? You really are dense sometimes. What's that supposed to mean? You think it was a fake or planted or something? But you didn't even try to ask him, did you? It would have just been more lies compounded upon one another. Sit down. You're gonna make me antsy, pacing around like that. Now that I'm closer, I notice in her lap is a small sewing kit. She delicately threads a needle and starts repairing a small tear in Teddy. I don't want to go home for a while. Huh? Why? They're all the same. They all think they're protecting me by lying. Why is that their first go-to? To act like I can't handle anything. And running away will solve it? Huh? I accidentally said the first thing that came to mind again. He's not wrong, okay? But it's something that needed to be said. Lucy's stare is sharper than her sewing needle. What? What do you know? I know Mr. Layla and Nemo aren't bad people and care about you. But you don't talk to them. When there's a problem, you just ran off. When you find out they lied to you, you just tail it and make everyone worried. I don't. Yes, you do. Everyone's so worried when you ran off on your own. Even Nemo was worried when he found out, but you just don't care. Lucy throws Teddy to the ground. Don't tell me what I care about. Then act like you do. Stop trying to get back at them by making them worry. He's a good friend. Sometimes you need that kind of friend to kind of like shake you into some sense. You so need that. I bend down and pick up Teddy. We'll work things out together, but not if we are apart. You don't have to throw yourself in danger. We want to help you. She meagerly accepts Teddy back into her arms. Maybe it's callous of me to think it, but I can't help but wonder why she wants to catch her parents' killer. Is it for revenge? Or maybe to put her parents to rest? Or is it just a fixation for her? Lucy, Huh? Who's that? Maybe it's that busy woman. I think she means Miss Maribel. Whoever it is, it hasn't walked in yet. It's probably not Nemo or Mr. Ambrose. Coming. Oh no, Cecil. Mr. Leyland. How did you find me? Come on. You're coming home. Before I can protest, he's already cut the distance between himself and Lucy with a few long strides. Wait, I'm safe here. I'll be fine if I stay a few more days. So now you think you're safe here? What happens when you get snippy with that man and you leave on your own? I promise I won't leave here on my own. Just like you promised me you'll not run away again? Mr. Leyland, please. I've heard enough. You can't keep doing this, Lucy. This is final. He snatches her wrist. Let's go home. Wait, Mr. Leyland. I don't want to. Please, let me just stay another night. Please, wait. In less than a minute, Mr. Leyland arrived and left with Lucy in tow. What do we do now? Do we wait on Nemo? I don't know when he could be back. Do I go get Mr. Ambrose? He could be anywhere on campus. I want to go after them, but Mr. Leyland's her legal guardian. The coppers certainly won't help. Is there really nothing I could do for her? After coming this far? All for naught. What would Nemo do if he was here? For starters, he wouldn't have let Mr. Leyland leave without an argument. He would have given him a run for his money. I bet he could talk the ear off a donkey. But I'm not Nemo. I'm not Nemo. But that doesn't mean I can't try. If I could find them, catch up with them maybe. Maybe I'll just get lost again and not find them. Right now would be a really good time to run into Nemo and Mr. Ambrose. I suppose I will return back to the apartment now. This really was the best I could do. Run around a bunch of circles, lose my breath. I wait around for help. Oh, you're just a kid. It's not your fault, Cecil. It's really not your fault. And that's what happened. You know, you could have summarized for me. Let's get going before they hop on a train. What's all the commotion? Oh, now people want to come help. Did you see a gentleman come up here? No, but one of the tenants told me a young girl was arguing with her caretaker. They were headed out the main door. No time to waste then. Maribel, tell Ambrose Leyland's taking Lucy home. I know those names don't make sense, but he'll understand. See, she scrunches her eyebrows at Nemo and leaves at a brisk pace. It's gonna be darn hard to reach her if they board a train. The last train for the north might have left earlier today, but that might be too wishful thinking. Where do you go off to do today? How do you feel about your parents? Huh? What kind of question is that? They're my parents. When's the last time you saw them? I saw them when Mr. Langley, Lucy, and I went back. They were waiting for me at home and grounded me. Left a few weeks ago for a trade deal somewhere far up north. What about before then? A few months. Why? Speak in the devil and you shall appear. It's time to go home, Cecil. Huh? How does she keep finding me? Okay, hold on. She promised he could stay for a few days, maybe more. It hasn't been that long. What's going on where all of a sudden they have to go and nab them? Mr. Leyland had the common courtesy of informing me that he and Lucy were heading home. We should be on our way as well. Oh, so she thinks that since Cecil was here for Lucy, there was no reason for Cecil to stay. And the matter was finished. Wait! Just a moment, ma'am. What is it? I was wondering what you knew about these. My pills? I completely forgot I gave them to him last night. They're his pills. Why, dare I ask, do you have them? See, they don't actually look like pills to me, and they certainly don't behave like actual pills should. So I was wondering if you could help me understand what they are. Why do you have his pills? Are they actually pills? You take one, you put them in your mouth, and ingest it without eating it. I say that's a pill. If I took a rock, painted green, and ingested, would it be the same thing? A rock isn't a pill. Please never make an argument philosophical again, Nemo. What's these pills for? My, I didn't realize how deaf the men of this town could be. Fine, I start barking at a knot. Why are you feeding him emeralds and passing it off as pills? What a crude accusation. Cecil, let's be on our way. But leaving the pills behind, that's weird. Cecil, why do my parents have me taking emerald pills? Let's go home, Cecil. No. I'm tired of all this. Please, just be honest with me. Your father asked that I make sure you take them, that's all. What they're for? I don't know. He warned me not to ask about them. What's this business his father is in? He's a gemstone dealer. He's somewhat of a middleman between the suppliers and buyers, with a few of the mines owned by him. I'm sorry, don't know more. I can't let a child run around on his own. Let's go home and talk to your parents about it. No! It's not safe out here. I'm safer here than at home. I don't want to go home. I just want to find Lucy right now, that's it. I'm gonna come back with her and we'll talk about it later. Come on, Nemo. Okay, Cecil's taking charge. I like this. Wait. Man, just having that argument alone, they lost so much time getting to Lucy. All I can do is talk a big game and run for now. Can't actually do anything. Lucy protested and tried her hardest. Look what happened to her. The same's gonna happen to me sooner than later. Nemo plops his hat on my head and twisting it in my hair. Hey! We'll figure something out. Thanks. Truth and turmoil. I hate to say it, but I don't know what I can do for him. I don't know his parents at all. Hell, I don't even know their names. I can't see them letting their kid out of their care for long with as controlling as they've been. Maybe after we find Lucy, I could come up with something. Nemo. Ambrose. Maribel told me Lucy was taken. What happened? Leyland found her and demanded he come home, it seems. We haven't found them yet. Then I'll help. Be on the lookout for an aristocrat girl with long blonde hair. She might be with a tall gentleman with a facial scar, unless she slipped from him. The guards nod and head off. This is about more than just her running off, isn't it? Aye. He brushes part of my bangs out of my eyes. Whatever it is, I'll be right here beside you. You're not alone anymore. I can't help myself. I lean in to kiss him. Oh, this is a good, healthy relationship. I mean, I don't think he has been lying to Ambrose completely all the time. I think there are some things he needs to eventually tell Ambrose all the way. But for them to still, love each other, try to work things out together, work as a team, I really love that. I do. Hello? Your sister is missing and possibly already on the next train north. Right. The way it sounded, Leland's trying to skip town as far as possible. As fast as possible. Goodness. Then let's head that way. About time. Cecil just doesn't care. Where are they? Can't imagine Lucy's going quietly. If she's still with him, she has to be making a fuss. With the child throwing a temper tantrum comes... Let me go! Leyland has a firm grip on Lucy's wrist. He ignores her pleas and the word glances from onlookers. Tugging away does nothing given their size difference, but she tries nonetheless. Why? Why won't you tell me the truth? I know you planted the brooch. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. Treating me like a baby's one thing, but deceiving me is another. Lucy. Nemo. She tries to run towards me, but Leyland refuses to let up. We're leaving from here for good. No, just tell me the truth. Even if you hate me? Do you think she's gonna like you more as it stands right now? Uncle, why don't you want me to investigating this? Just let it go, Lucy. I can't. I have to have something. Leyland. What really happened that night? Just tell me, please. His grip loosens on her as they meet eye to eye. Nothing else is going to get through to you now, isn't it? To be honest, I truly don't fully remember. It's a blur even now. We were having a party to celebrate a recent deal I made with a new client. Your father enjoyed throwing lavish parties, always looking for an excuse to have one. At some point in the night, after we had supper and drinks, he started boasting about a new client who was fraternizing with on the side. A man with more influence but no tact, and loose with his money. Even worse, a man who was at odds with most of our current clients. My brother was always rather unperturbed by things like contracts and business agreements and keeping his word, which led us frequently having disputes, including that night. I don't know who threw the first punch. I don't know who was trying to break us up. I don't know who I bit first. When I woke up, I was being dragged onto a fishing boat from the water. At some point, I must have gotten overboard. So he was a vampire before the incident. From the fight, is it possible for a vampire to get so angry they start raging like a barbarian, where they just combat and bite and have this some sort of bloodlust kind of effect? I wonder. The officers assumed the attacker had thrown me overboard in a fight, and I went along with it for a while as my memory was too foggy. But eventually, parts of that night came back to me, piece by piece. Uncle. I don't think anyone was left, but I wanted to know for sure. With no official body count, but a few confirmed, I hired a private detective to find anyone else. That's how I found you. Why? Leyland strokes her head. I'm sorry. Don't leave me too. Please. I know this is what she wanted, but maybe now we can move on. So he doesn't know the killer. He knew he fought with her father. Somehow he got thrown overboard, but he bit someone. It's possible he may have been the attacker? I really don't think so, though. There's gotta be more to it. The light from outside has faded as the fire is all that illuminates the room. Lucy has a pillow in her lap and our eyes on the floor. She hasn't said a word the past few hours. Holding on to her sleeve is all that I can do for her. Mr. Ambrose walks in with some drinks and sits down beside me. Here, drink something. It's been a long day. I don't even ask what's in it. It's warm and tastes like milky caramel. What are you thinking about doing now? Just like last time, I have no clue. And just like last time, I'll be shipped back up north before I realize it. Don't fret so much. You don't have to figure everything out at your age. It's alright to be unsure about things. He leans against the back of the couch and sips on his drink. What do you think of Laurenburg, Cecil? I peer around the apartment. Leroy is flopped over on a pillow in front of the fireplace. A dim light from my guest bedroom filters into the hallway. I love descriptions of the environment like this. I didn't realize how little that was happening in this visual novel, simply because we do have excellent backgrounds, and there was no need to get that much detail, but something atmospheric like that is so delicious to read. I really like it here. It's wonderful. Wonderful enough to stay? To stay? How would you like to study here? We have some of the finest tutors in the world. I live so far away. I suppose you just have to stay here then, wouldn't you? Schoolwork takes a lot of time, though. I have to fully live here. Is that something you'd like? I glance over at Lucy. She's all alone now. I can't just leave her to live here. But at the same time, I don't want to go back. I'm going to run the family business. You're what? That's a nice thought and all, but there's a bit more to running a business than just being the face of it. Wouldn't she have to wrangle the control from her uncle, to run the business? For one, do you even know what kind of business it is? It's trade, of course. Papa found nicer spices and goods from far away, so he invested in importing them while there. At least that's what Uncle told me. She's so young. I know that her heart is in it, but she's so young to take it on. I've been to several business meetings. Lots. More than you have, probably. I can do it. I will do it. Not like that, you're not. Yes, I am. You can't stop me either. Right now, you got no custodian to manage the estate. Some lots aren't going to bat an eye at the cash flow, but most people will want to do business face to face. And frankly, no one's going to take you on your own seriously. Humph. Of course, if you were to ask for help, you might arrange something. Or you could attempt it all on your own in that big old manor. I don't understand. Did the uncle just leave her? Completely? All he did was just fought against her father, bit someone who was thrown overboard. Yeah, sure, he lied. He was trying to protect her from the truth, or trying to make her stop. Surely that's not enough for her to, leave him. I mean, maybe take a break. A week or two, but not completely abandon ship. It's a little bit odd. But, honestly, I feel like if I have her to decide who she's going to stay with, whether it's Nemo or Leyland, I would rather have her stay with Nemo. Same thing with Cecil. Have him stay with him. Maybe this is what this game is trying to do. Create some sort of arrangement where they're all together. Well, good luck. Wait! Huh? Don't. Don't what? Don't leave. Huh? You're so mean. And you're so stubborn. I'm sorry. We'll figure it out. It'll be alright. You'll always have a home here. Well, what's with that look? Making a lady cry. So mean. How's this back on me? Because you're mean and cruel. That's why you'll be perfect as my bruiser. What kind of business are you planning on running? If Lucy's gonna stay here, then I'd like to accept your offer, Mr. Ambrose. Offer? Wonderful. I imagine it'd be hard for your parents to turn down a stamped letter from a headmaster. I'll get things together on my end. You can have the guest bedroom you're already in. Thank you. Thank you. Isn't that great, Lucy? We can stay here together now. Huh? Oh, I asked you so if you would like to study here rather than be homeschooled. Of course, you'll also have to stay here. Here? Who's the soft one now? I pick up Leroy and plop down on the blanket. It's gonna be alright. It's all going to be alright. Here I can actually set what I want to. What's best for me? Of course, if you're staying here, it would be because you're studying academics every day and not running around town alone. Ah. So this is it. This is their found family. Everyone came together to be one big family. Okay, I like that. I'm a little bit puzzled with the whole Leyland Lucy thing. It wasn't very clear that he was going to leave her. And he is technically her guardian. But I think that he can't just force her to stay knowing he was going to continue to deceive her. But I like that they are together, and hopefully there will be a whole new adventure with all of them. I think that's what's going to happen, and I can't wait to play the next game. Lucy and Cecil are laid on the floor, having fallen asleep on Leroy's blanket in front of the fireplace. Despite the cross breeze from an open window, the fire flickers on. I pour myself another drink. With Leyland having turned himself in, Lucy's guardianship falls to me again. Turn himself in? For kidnapping? Was he the attacker all along? If he was, Nemo would not have been this cordial with Leyland. Or civil, at the very least. I want to say he's in jail because he was doing kidnapping, even though technically he's the guardian. I'm a little bit confused. From the sound of it, she'll be living with me again. And her friend. You were gone for a while. Was he talking to you? He thanked me. And then he walked off with the coppers. I turned to him thinking he was about to say something, but instead he cuffs my cheek in his hand and kisses me. Huh? He lived his life stuck in the past, always afraid it will catch up to him. I don't want to see the same for you. He holds my hand. This is going to take some time getting used to, but we'll manage. Aww, I love that they're all together. You should have thought that longer than about letting them stay here. Now we can't go on a honeymoon. Why not? They still have to go home and pack. He rests his head on my shoulder. Maybe I can get used to this. Reprieve, you can rest now. Is that the end of the game? Okay, that's good. It does leave some things open, which I like. I'm not clear if the uncle is the attacker that raged and hurt everyone. It is possible he is, but I think he was arrested because he was kidnapping her, even though technically he's the guardian. I am glad that Cecil is away from his parents and to be with Nemo and Ambrose. I am really happy about that. I really don't know if he's going to remove his guardianship from his parents. And we still don't know what his parents are, what business they're running, why they're doing this to him, and if it's actually a good environment for him or not. It is rather secretive, with his parents. It's not surprising that a kid of his age would be homeschooled But there will also be other families who would do boarding schools for their kids, and they would just send them off and just pick them up on holidays. Um, he would be old enough for a boarding school education. And honestly, with him staying with Ambrose and getting the tutorage that he needs, I think that's what they're planning to do with Cecil. Because he's just way too old for them not to do that. And for his parents also to like leave him behind for weeks on end, always taking these pills. It's a little bit weird. I really don't mind them staying with Cecil and staying with Nemo and Ambrose. I think it's actually healthier for them in the long run, or at least in this immediate situation. At least they're not trying to deceive them in a malicious kind of manner or in a way that's going to like manipulate them for their own agendas. So I'm really happy about that. Can't wait to see what happens next. There's still a little bit of mystery going on, like about the attacker and the Cecil's parents. They want to go on a honeymoon. What's going to happen to them when they do? You know, we'll see. We'll see. I really like this. Wonderful, wonderful game. This is awesome. If you really like this, please let me know. If you do, this is a one-time series I'm doing for Pride Month, playing LGBTQ games. And if y'all really like me coming back to YouTube and doing more gameplays of the same vein, I really don't mind doing that. I know that y'all really like the Final Fantasy VODs from my Twitch streams, and I wonder if y'all want me to do like YouTube specific games just for all of you. So let me know what you think. Until then, I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. Bye bye.